What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here. Super excited today. It's a new hardware day. OnePlus just announced their OnePlus 5T and I've got it here today to do a quick unboxing and first hands-on impression. So this is the spiritual successor to the OnePlus 5, a phone that I really liked actually for its value, for what you get, the speed of it, the lack of animations that so many Android phones seem to have. So I expect this one to be an improvement over this one in many ways. Not to mention the biggest overhaul would be the display, a 6-inch organic LED display that's specifically built to work better in sunlight, as well as a ton of other improvements. I'm so excited actually. There's a lot that this phone has going for it, and let's go ahead and get in here. I'm so excited to just unbox this. All right, so let's get in here. We're actually going to take a little comparison after and take a look at how this display compares to a lot of the biggest competitors right now, but it seems like everybody is doing this massive display, thin bezel thing, so OnePlus needed to jump on that train, and so they did with this latest OnePlus 5T. All right, here it is. And there that goes. The OnePlus 5T. Oh my gosh, so excited. First time I've ever received a phone on launch day, and it's a very exciting feeling actually. And here's the inside of this phone. So we get some cases, of course. I really actually like OnePlus's offering. So it's like a ceramic slate. And then we've got a carbon fiber one, which is cool. I wish Apple made a stock carbon fiber or Kevlar case like the one I use personally. And we got this bamboo one as well. Oh man, that looks good. Or no, that's not bamboo, just a wood finish in general. This is a different type of wood here. Super cool. Wow, they really unload on these cases with you. And what else we got here? Ooh, nice red silicon. That is popping. Okay, so some great cases over here. Let's get into the actual product. Okay. So it's got very similar packaging to the OnePlus 5 right now. Notice a little T right there. The OnePlus 3T was actually one of my favorite devices from them. It was so incredibly fast, and I expect this one to fully be as well. Now, of course, there's no new processor inside. It's got the Snapdragon 845 or 835. Latest offering right now from Android. 845 is the one that's coming eventually. Adreno 540 GPU and a bigger display to power. So we'll have to see how that does in the performance tests later on. But so let's go ahead and unbox it. I've really liked their packaging and everything. It's very Apple-esque coming from OnePlus. All right, and here's this. Wow, so it really is a pretty dang big display. Incredibly thin actually. The fascination with thin, I mean, it's great, but I hope that the battery life is all there. Wow. So all right, peel that off. Very similar design wise to the OnePlus 5. As you can see, it's just a little bit different here. Let me peel this off. We do now have a rear facing fingerprint sensor, which you can actually discern a little bit easier. You feel that a little bit better than on the Galaxies, so especially versus the Pixel, kind of right smack dab in the middle. All right, the camera does now protrude just a little bit more. It's very similar to Apple's protrusion on the Pluses instead of just this bevel going around. So they did rework that just a little bit. I'd say it's just a little bit thicker, maybe about the same actually. The camera lens seems to protrude just a little bit more. And hey, on the bottom here, you still get a headphone jack, which is pretty unique for Android smartphones nowadays, especially the newer ones being released. All right, but let's go ahead and power on and check out the display. 18:9 aspect ratio, 6.01 inches. Definitely a major improvement over this one. So you can see there is definitely an improvement over this one. You get a lot more screen estate, and the bezels themselves are slimmer. I do like this solution even better than Pixel's actually. It just seems a little cleaner overall. So very nice, very sleek device. I'm loving how it feels, and these are always pretty refined on the software Oxygen OS. Latest version in this one, I believe 4.7, includes a lot of software enhancements. So let me go ahead and set this up and I'll be right back. And by the way, this one adds a new face unlock feature, which uses your face to unlock the phone, as the name suggests. It uses over 100 reference points on your face, so pretty dang secure. I'm curious to see how fast it'll be. Gotta love them software updates. All right guys, here it is all set up. That 6.01 inch display in all of its glory. It's got a very strange resolution of 1080 by 2160, so a bit unusual for an 18:9 aspect ratio, but still looks pretty dang sharp. Much better than the 1080p one here as well. It's very bright for an AMOLED. Definitely seems like a clear winner here over the LCD even at the same high brightness. So I'm definitely liking that. It does have all gesture-based controls now, as it doesn't have a home button anymore, but it does have the on-screen ones. Very quick, very responsive, but it is a new phone, so I'd expect nothing less from that. Let's see what it's running. Android 7.1.1. Of course, we'll be getting Android 8.0 upgrades in the future, but wow, gotta say the hardware on this thing is pretty dang stunning. It's a great blend of thin and fast and responsive. So there is that, guys. It does have a lot of new software features. One of my favorites is the double tap on the power button to quickly take a picture. So with that enabled, just double tap the power button and it'll take a picture really quick. Setting I really like for those quick moments when you need to take something and boom, there it is, you got it. Very fast and responsive camera application here. So it does have a one-handed operation now. You're gonna be able to slide up and jump into quick settings here. It does have a pro mode, which is pretty cool. Something I wish Apple didn't have. Gives you a lot of control over how you're shooting and in which settings. And there is a lot of new software settings, a lot of customization, new button settings here where you can swap the orientation of the buttons, the actual control over them. This is really unheard of on the Apple side, so it's kind of cool to get something like that on your device. Check this out, guys, how fast the face unlock system works. So I'm gonna look at it here, and just like that, it's in the phone. So that's kind of crazy. There's no animation. When I look at it, it's just in. That's crazy. So definitely much faster than the Face ID I'm used to. It definitely isn't going to be as secure, as it doesn't have the 3D depth mapping in the camera like Apple. But hey, from a simple glance, that's pretty impressive that it unlocks that fast. They also do tout that the fingerprint sensor unlock takes 0.2 seconds. So let's see about that. I'm going to tap it in 3, 2, 1. Wow, that is so impressive. No animation, just wakes up. For comparison, the iPhone 10, I mean, look at this. You unlock it, look at it, and then here you go. Man, it takes so long in comparison. That is so impressive. So definitely much faster there. Screens, look at that. I mean, the iPhone definitely is smaller, but does look more impressive for the size. Although this display definitely does compete more with the latest offerings from so many manufacturers. Definitely a huge improvement, and for $499, you get a lot of value here. You're getting ultra fast fingerprint and face unlock systems, gesture based, so massive organic LED display. Definitely like it's huge improvement. Very bright. And something really neat in the gestures, swipe fingerprint for notifications. Basically just swipe down on the fingerprint sensor in the back, and that is really cool. Something like that, pretty cool without having to take your other hand and swipe down on the notifications. Really great use of the fingerprint sensor in the back, I think. So I really like that one. So quickly from the camera, just hold on the back of the fingerprint sensor and it takes a picture. Really neat. I love that gesture control there. And something I definitely think Apple should take inspiration from. This is such a good idea. So there are screen off gestures. The iPhone 10 already does have one. I mean, only tap to wake, but this takes it to the next level. It is so cool. First off, double tap to wake. You can actually control the music while the screen is off by drawing a little back or forwards arrow for the previous or next track. And then you can actually draw letters for certain gestures. So let's say an O will be for the flashlight. Just like this, we'll draw an O and boom, that is on. That is so neat. Wow. I wonder how much battery life that takes tracking that, but it is so impressive. So there is a lot of display optimization as well, and I'd expect nothing less from a company this customizable. So there are LED notifications. You can calibrate the display to what you want. DCI P3, adaptive, custom color even. Just gonna leave it on default here. If you really want to do that, you do have the opportunity. There is a night mode, although it's not the night mode you might be thinking of. It's basically night shift, same as Apple here. And take note, Apple, we do need this. There is a dark theme system-wide, so you can go ahead and save battery life with that organic LED display by using this. I think that's definitely really nice. It changes all of your controls up there as well. So pretty much any of these system applications will be in a dark mode, which is what we need on the Apple iPhone side of things. It's very nice to see so much customization on an Android phone. So how does this thing look next to the competition? Here is the OnePlus 5 next to it. Huge evolution there. We got the Galaxy Note here. So it's a massive display, but at the same time, the bezels themselves proportionally wise, I think actually they're pretty close here. OnePlus 5T definitely looks a lot sleeker than the last version. So versus the Galaxies, the essential smartphone, it's got a big chin on the bottom. Got the iPhone 10, of course, right next to it, and the Google Pixel 2. Can't show you because mine is dead, but it does have a pretty thick forehead and a chin, much bigger than the OnePlus 5Ts. And then I've got this guy here, the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2, massive chin on the bottom. So definitely a huge improvement overall, very fast. Can't wait to speed test it, benchmark it, even camera test it. There's a lot to be said here, but first impressions are good. It's very fast, $499 entry level point, 8 gigabytes of RAM, up to 8 gigabytes anyways, depending on your market. Really a impressive phone for the money. So can't wait to get into more of the deeper stuff with you guys, but there is my quick hands-on impressions of the OnePlus 5T, and they are very good. I'm loving this thing. I'll catch you guys soon in some more videos. Peace.